This is our hybrid picking lesson number 2, and we're going to talk about cascade scales. Typically, if we just went up a major scale, C major scale, in this position, it'll sound just like that, just going up the scale. A cascade scale, and I've heard them called a whole bunch of stuff, we're going to call them cascade scales, is where whenever we can, we'll substitute an open string for the next note in the scale. So if we're playing C, we fret the C here at the 8th fret on the 6th string, and then instead of playing the D on the 10th fret on that string, we're going to play the open D string. So we're going to go C, D, and then we have E and F, and then we have an open G string, which is the 3rd string, A on the 7th fret 4th string, open 2nd string, which is the B, and then C right here on the 10th fret 4th string. So instead of this sound, we get now that's the first example here. The next one actually is going to be more over an A7 chord or an A dominant chord. We're going to start in this open position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hammer onto the 4th fret on that string. So we got A, C sharp, E, and then G as the open string. And then I'm going to repeat the G here on the 4th string 5th fret, play the open 2nd string, which is the B, and then we're going C, C sharp, G. The next one is going to be kind of a D chord, D major sound. Let me try it one more time. So we're doing the open D, F, F sharp, not exactly a major scale, but I kind of like how it sounds. Open G, A on the 7th fret, 4th string, B on the 2nd string open, and then we're playing C sharp, D on the 3rd string, playing the open 1st string, and then I'm playing F sharp at the 11th fret 3rd string, and D. The next one is based off of a G major sound. So we've got the 3rd string open, which is our G, A on the 7th fret 4th string, B on the 2nd string, C and D on the 3rd string, 5th and 7th fret, E is open 1st string, and then I'm sliding from the 6th to the 7th, which gives it a bluesy sound. That's the minor 3rd to the major 3rd. The 8th fret, which is a G on the 2nd string, and I'm going from D on the 3rd string down to C. The 8th fret on the 4th string gives us a B flat, which is a nice approach into the B on the 2nd string, G open, and then G an octave higher. The whole phrase together sounds like. And the next one is for an E. Alright, it's going to be very similar to the A when we're hammering on the major 3rd right there on the 4th fret on the 6th string, 2nd fret on the 5th string, and then open on the 4th string. And then we're going up here to the E, so we're going E, G sharp, B, D, and then E up here on the 7th fret, F sharp, G, repeating the G, sliding up to the G sharp. That's an E, so we have a 6th right there. 2 notes that are 6 tones apart, and then that bit right there. That little sliding part, I've got a finger on the 7th fret 2nd string, 7th fret 4th string, and I just slide them up chromatically or 1 fret at a time. That's actually kind of a cool thing, and I'm picking it with the pick and my middle finger at the same time. So if you watch from this hand, I'm not going, but I'm actually just using the finger. The last phrase is going to be an E major idea, and we're actually going to go backwards from how we've been doing them. We're going G sharp, which is the 9th fret on the 2nd string, pull off to the 7th fret on the 2nd string, and then play the E. So we have G sharp, F sharp, E is the open string, D, C sharp on the 3rd string, which is the 7th and 6th frets, B on the 2nd string, G open on the 3rd string, and then G sharp on the 6th fret 4th string, and then the E on the 2nd string 5th fret. We're going to do a little bit of detail on the picking hand, or the right hand, on this. I'm just going to go through the exercises one by one so you get a chance to see what each one of these looks like from this angle. First thing we did was play a C major scale, just picking every note. Then we have the hybrid picking part of it where we're playing the open strings. And what I'm doing there, pick, middle finger, pick and hammer on. You do middle finger, pick, middle finger, and then pick. Sometimes I'll also use my ring finger in there. That gives it a little bit of a snappier sound. For the next one, which is the A7, pick, hammer on, middle finger, ring finger, pick, middle finger, and then slide or hammer on with the pick, and then I use my ring finger for that last note. For the third one, which is the exercise in D, pick with the hammer-ons, middle finger on the open string, pick, ring finger, pick and hammer on, ring finger, pick, and ring finger, or pick and middle finger, however you want to do that one. The second page of this, we have the line in G. I'm actually starting on my middle finger, going middle finger, pick, ring finger, pick, hammer on, ring finger, and then I'm going pick or ring finger, however you want to do it, pick, pick, slide, pick, ring, middle, and then the pick. I tend to do this one a couple different ways, but that's the basic gist of it. Alright, the next one is the one in E. This is very much like the one in A. Pick, the hammer on, middle finger, ring finger, and then I move up and pick, middle, ring, and that's pick with a slide. And then you can use either your middle or your ring. I use my ring finger most of the time, and then these happen together. The last one, I'm going pick with a pull off, ring finger, pick with a pull off, middle finger. You can make a nice little repeating figure out of that, or ostinato. And then middle finger on the open G, pick on the 6th fret, 4th string, which is the G sharp, and then either your middle or your ring finger for the last note, which is the 5th fret on the 2nd string. A lot of this stuff where the pick happens is real important, but a lot of the rest of it I tend to kind of go back and forth with my middle and ring finger depending on what feels right for the way the line lays out.